Hey, yummy. Ah.
One of our Therapists in the Wild fans has written in and asked me to comment about sex with older people. I am so happy to comment about sex with older people. First of all, I want to let everybody in the world know that older people have an awful lot of sex and they're having more sex. You know, first of all, the reason for that is there's an awful lot more old people because 100 years ago, people lived maybe 20, 30 years less than they do now on average. So now we have a lot of people healthy in their older ages, and those people are more urban. That means there's more sex. There's more people living by themselves, more sex. These people are less ruled by rigid religious rules, more sex. These people are in a more permissive society, more sex. These people have access to Viagra, Cialis, all these things of being able, you can get it up when you're 90 years old, just give me the pill, you know, wow, there it goes, woohoo, more sex. We can take estrogen cream and you put it in your vagina if you're 60 years old, and you know what? Your vagina goes, oh, I like this, I am young again. And that estrogen cream doesn't give any kind of other problem in your body, it just makes your vagina feel all young and yummy. Give me a cock, you know, I want it right now. Stuff like that. We like that. And you know, we have lust circuits in our brain that are driven by testosterone. Actually, lust tends to go down as we get older, but our capacity to fall in love, which raises testosterone, that's just as strong at 60 as it is at 16. Yeah, that's right. You can be 80 years old, you know, running around the nursing home, catch somebody's eye, and wham, all of a sudden you're in love like when you were 18 years old. So sex with older people, when older people have a sex life that works for them, they are so much happier. And in general, couples that do that have what I call a tantric practice, which is they consciously attend to their sexual relationship and they make it work, they make it work, they make it work, and all of a sudden you wake up 40 years later and you're 65 and you have a sexual relationship that works better than it did when you were 25. Believe me, I know about this. And so sex with older people is a great thing. We can keep it going, but you know, there is something that you need to understand. The thing you need to understand is that as you get older with sex, if you don't use it, you lose it. You actually can lose your capacity to be sexual if you just don't do it. That's why I recommend my single older people that they masturbate regularly. Yes, I recommend that they jerk off. I recommend that they have orgasms. I recommend that they have arousal. And do it any way you want. You know, follow the things that turn you on. We will have a Therapist in the Wild episode in the future about how to jerk off, but just for now to say, do it regularly if you're an old person. Have regular sexual arousal. It keeps your body going. And in your relationship, if you can't resolve issues, that separates you. Because as you get older, sexuality is more connected to whether you feel intimate and safe and all that other stuff. And so if you're a guy and you want to be an old guy who's a dick to his wife, forget about getting laid. And if you're an old woman and you want to have sex with your husband, forget about telling him what an asshole he is and being all emasculating bitch and stuff. You got to be nice to each other and work out problems so that you can be close with each other and spend time with each other. And all that stuff supports sexuality, and sexuality supports all that stuff. And we want that. We want people to be hot and into each other. Also, if you're old, particularly if you're a woman, it's hard to feel that you're beautiful and sexy. So some poor guy, you know, he'd be fucking his wife from behind, having a great time. She'll be down there and she'll go, oh, I think I look fat from this position. And then she loses it. And then she loses it and he loses it. Everybody has a bad time. You know, if he's doing that, don't think about your body being 70 years old. Think about, he's fucking me and he's having a great time. And I am the sex goddess right now. You know, see me, God, and weep with envy because I am so hot. That's where you need to go. And if you're a guy, yes, I am taking her. I'm taking her with the same energy I would have taken her when I was 25 years old. I have that energy. That's what I'm taking to my woman. Yes, you are my woman. I am taking you, and I'm taking you with attunement. I'm opening you the way that I know how to open you so you have more and more pleasure. Because you know, guys, we get off on feminine pleasure. So we need that attunement, and you can get better and better and better and better. You can be better at that at 80 than you were at 30. And that's something that we can continue to grow at. And so, old people, go for it. It's a tough, dirty path. Somebody's got to do this work. You are the men and women that must do it. Priceless advice from Dr. Keith Witt, Therapist in the Wild.